Okay. So good evening, everybody. This month it's called Māgha. Māgha. It's the third month on the lunar, and according to the Buddhism. And next week it will be the full moon of the month of Māgha, which is one of the important days that some important occasion actually happened. We call it Māgha Pūjā, and there's also we use the word of Māgha Pūjā. Okay, Pūjā it means the full moon of Māgha. Māgha, because in the time of the Buddha it was not January, February, March. They also counted according to the moon and not from the sun. Okay, so it's different names from the months. And this actually what happened in the Māgha Pūjā is that 1,250 enlightened monks, they come together, they gather in special occasion without any invitation. It was not WhatsApp, it was not SMS, it was nothing like this. And just they come by themselves. All of them have super normal power. All of them ordained by the Buddha himself. And this happened after few months that actually Buddha get enlightened. After 9 months, the Buddha get enlightened. It was a very short time after Buddha get enlightened. Something like 7 months after the Buddha he first time teach. And next week on the 16th, this will be the full moon, and then we are going to make some ceremony with the flowers and the candles. I think Leora will tell you. Leora, I think, will tell you to prepare so we can do some kind of ceremony together and chanting and like worshiping. So, and then I will explain you what happened in this evening and what the Buddha teach the monk in this evening. But what I wanted to say is, who is this actually 1,250 monks? How this kind of meeting became, and who is these monks that came to participate there? How it's come to be? Okay. So this is actually happened in the forest or that called Balovan. Balovan means bamboo grove. It's in bamboo forest, and this is the king Bimbisara. He offered to the Buddha. This was actually the first monastery that the Buddha got from the king Bimbisara. So I want to tell you a little bit the history from the time. Actually, I want to go because it's correct. I want to talk about the monks that was participating there. So I want to start from the birth time of the Buddha. Actually, after the Buddha, shortly after the Buddha and the birthday of the Buddha, this is where I want to start. Because why? And I just want to look shortly that I didn't miss anything, that it's okay. One more thing that happened actually in this evening, it's the Buddha give to the monk there, Ovada Patimokkha. Ovada Patimokkha, it means like the code of the ethic code of the Buddhism. Okay, because all of them, they was enlightened, so the Buddha didn't give the rule themselves, but the code ethics of the rules, what will be inside or the idea behind this code, this is what the Buddha gave them. So it's called Ovada Patimokkha. Patimokkha, it's the list of the monk precept. So in this evening, actually, the Buddha gave them the Ovada Patimokkha, the idea behind the rules or the code, the ethic code. And also, this was the first time when was starting something like Uposatha Day. Uposatha Day, we have Buddha Day, okay? Buddha Day, it's every month we celebrate 4 times Buddha Day. This is the day that people coming to the temple, they are practicing, and also they are renewing the precept from the self. So this is also one of the the things that the Buddha actually start in this day that we're talking about. Okay. I think that some of the stories, because I repeat, you will recognize, you will know. I will try to go a little bit deeper from stories about different monks and different occasions. So I think that normally or some of the story you will be related, but it's also good to hear it again. Some of this I will try to go more deep or some new information. First, because I'm going to talk also about not only about the monks themselves, about how the development of this 1,250 enlightened monks come to be since the Buddha started to teach. I said this is something that this meeting was after 9 months after the Buddha get enlightened. So, like I told you, Buddhist monks, they are according to the moon. What mean according to the moon? Where is the beginning of the month? Where is the end of the month? I want to share with you some kind of picture that will show it. You can see? You see the picture? Okay. Actually, this is the beginning of the month. You see, this is the end of months. You see, the moon died. Okay, there is no moon. So this is the end of the month. But we are starting from here. Just a little bit. It means something like 1 divided on 15. Okay, because the months have 30 days, about 30 days. It's changing. Sometimes it's 28, sometimes it's 30, sometimes even 31. So it's something like average is 29 and a half. If we count, if we have, because also in the moon we have 12 months. Every year we have 12 months. And every month we have about, in the average, 29 and a half days, okay? So it's that something like every 15 days there is a half moon, okay? But you see, there is a birthday of the moon. The moon starts slowly to go up and up and up and up. After it will come something like 7 days, 8 days, it depends. Every month is changing, okay? You have half full. This is the birth. This is the beginning of the month. The month starting here. Slowly going up, till became half full. So the Buddha used this half full moon to uposatha. So they, in this case, the people, they renewing the precept on themselves. They're taking the precept of themselves, maybe 5 precepts, maybe 8 precepts, okay? The Samanen taking the 10 precepts. And so also they are coming to the temple, they are practicing. He established this already in the first Māgha Pūjā that I will reach when the occasion of the Māgha Pūjā comes. So now the moon continued, became bigger, till it became full. So what does this mean, full? Full, it means half months. Most of the ceremony that we are doing, it's in the full moon, but it's not beginning of the month. It's a middle of the month. The birthday of the Buddha, it's in the middle of the month. The dying of the Buddha, reaching enlightenment, all of them in the full moon. Also, Māgha Pūjā will be in the full moon, half months, not beginning of the month. And then, after the moon became big, which is the middle, if we say about 30 days, it's all around, every day, 1 on 30, 1 on 30, 1 on 30, we come here 15, something in the middle of the month. And now the moon starting to die slowly, became smaller, till it became half empty. Yeah? Half empty. So here, 1 uposatha, 1 meaning, uposatha is mean the day that we are renewing the precept, okay? Another, the monk themselves, they're doing 2 times, in the middle of the month and in the end of the month. Okay, but the Samanens, lay people, okay, Mechi, they're doing 4 times. Second, now the moon starting to slowly to go down, till coming to be half empty. And this is the next, another one. And then start to die slowly, till there is no moon at all. The moon died. Finish the month. This is the end of the month. Okay? So every circle like this is starting the month, finish the month. Okay? This is our, this is one thing I want to explain you this so you can recognize. Now, if we talk about 1 year, what is the 1 year in the Buddhism? Let me show you one more. Sharing. This should be. Yeah. Okay. You see? I make this table to you so you can see. Normally we have January, February, March, April, okay, May, June, July, August, September, October, and December. But in the Buddha time, it's go differently. The new year starting here in December. Why? Because it's according to the rainy season. Now, what happened if we have different season between us? We are talking about India. Okay, we are talking about the Far East. We are talking about Thailand, about Burma. They don't have 4 seasons like us. We have 4 seasons here in Europe, okay? In Israel, we have 4 seasons. Spring, okay, we have summer, we have winter, okay, autumn. But there is no such things like this. In India, in the Far East, it's different climate. So you have 3 seasons. Sorry, you have 3 seasons. Now it's the cold season in Thailand. In the morning, actually, it's very cool. The people waking up in the morning, they go to chanting, very cool. They have to cover themselves. They have to wear a sweatshirt. And because it's not so extreme like for us, they don't have heater in the house. Now they put more heater for the hot water. Okay, it's became something like new in Thailand and in Paris that they're using the heating for hot water to shower. Otherwise, too cold for them. In the past, it was not like this. Okay, but where the year starting here in Katika. This is called Katika. This is the 12th. Actually, this is 12 months. This is the end of the rainy season. Now, when the rainy season starting from Asalaha in July. What there is in July? What's happening in Asalaha? The pansa starting. Huh? The pansa, what means? Pansa starting. The rainy season from Asalaha till Katika. In Katika, it's finishing. So you see, it's 4 months. We are the monk. We have to stay 3 months only in one place. If we talk about pansa, huh? When you do the pansa, when the monk making pansa, how many months he make it? He make it 3 months. So when he start, it means that he start in Asala, that it's about July, but it's not about July. It's about the full moon and the empty moon. Okay, when just this moon starting in the month of July, and it's changing. Sometimes it's changing but it's the 8 months. So then the rainy season starting. Then it will be the empty moon till empty moon. Okay, but we are the monk. We are starting the rainy season when the moon is big. It means in the middle of Asara. In the middle of Asara till the middle of this month, okay? The next month. This is the 8 to the 9. From the 9 to 10 and 10 to the 11. We have 3 months. Why we have 3 months of rainy season? Actually, rainy season should be 4, but the Buddha gave 3 because if the monk he could not get place to stay in Asala, so he can delay another month. So we have a chance to look for another place. And then he met what we call the second pansa, second vasa. So then he will start from here, and then he finish in Katika, which is the rainy season finish. Okay? So I hope that you understood what I mean. Huh? It looks it's understandable in the way that I'm explaining. Okay. So you remember again, normally starting from Asara Pūjā, finishing Katika, and that's why the 12th month. This is okay. Magasira, it's the new year. Starting from here in the empty moon, actually. This is starting the cold season. So we have the first season in the year. It's a cold season, 4 months. Every season it's a 4 months. So 4, 4, and 4, we get 12 months all together. So the first it's this month, and then we go to January, which is still cold. Okay, February it's Māgha. Okay, our month it's Māgha. It means the 3rd month. Okay, and then we come to March. In March, already start to get hot. So you see that we have cool season, and then after the cool season finish, in March, the empty moon. Okay, actually we say about full moon, starting the hot season. Very hot. In Thailand, became very, very hot. But what is the difference between rain, the pansa, in the pansa also very hot. But also the hot season is very hot because in the hot season there is no rain. It's very dry. It's not dry about humidity. There is a lot of humidity, but no rain. So you hear the how you call it, like cicada. Oh, all the forest, very, very noisy. Okay? And also will be 4 months. So it means it's starting from March, April, okay? And yeah, and then Visakha, okay? And then June and Asara, till Asara. And in Asara, it starts again the rainy season. So you have 3 seasons, every season 4 months. This is I explain you because I want to explain you on the moment the Buddha get enlightened, how we slowly collect these students. And I want to talk about the history, which is this students that we talk about, the Māgha Pūjā, that appear in Māgha Pūjā. Okay, I told you that all of them, there was just new monks, but there was with the supernormal power, they all was enlightened, and all they became monks by the Buddha himself. It's not ordination by another one. Okay, this is something special in this meeting. Okay, maybe we will repeat. We come back to this topic. Now I will stop sharing, and I will start with the moment that shortly after the Buddha, the birthday of the Buddha. Okay, what happened is that time I told you the story, and probably you know, the parents for rich people, important people, they want to see what is the future for the child. So in this case, the king what is that? I don't want to make a mistake. Let's explain. Looking, I try not to forget things, okay? Not to skip. Yeah. So we're coming to the moment that the king Suddhodana, this is the father of the Buddha, he invites 8 religion people, Brahmin, some ascetic, some Brahmin. This means what means Brahmin? Only people, like a priest in the church. Some of them, there was like a priest in the church, some of them like in the synagogue. It means some of them, they marry, they have children, they have family, but they have ritual. They can know how to do the ritual. They know how to see futures or whatever, things like this. They believe on that. So Suddhodana, he invite 8 of them. 8 of them, the youngest of them, his name was Kundanya. Okay? Kundanya, let's say that he was about 20 years. This is about the age that he was. Okay? He was young. So he was supposed to be at 20 years. This Kundanya. Now, when the father asked these 8 religion people, what do you think about the baby? About this moment, it was not, they didn't call him, he was not Buddha yet, okay? They name him Siddhartha, okay? Because it depends what he will decide. Why they call him Siddhartha? What he have to decide? His wish will come true. What his wish will come true? Because they raise up 2 fingers. And the father asked, what is this 2 fingers? He said, if your child will choose to stay in the palace, he will be a great king. He will rule all over the world. Okay? This will mean king turning the wheels, they call it. Okay? He rule by justice. Today we don't have such things like this. They're just thinking about atomic bomb and war. Okay? But and sometimes this kind of few king come into a war. But if he will decide differently, he will leave the house and he will be ascetic. He will be like yogi. He will be Buddha. So that's why they raise up 2, and that's why it means his wish will come true. Whatever he will decide, either this, Siddhartha. Okay, and then one of them. This was Kundanya. He was the youngest from all of them. He noticed some things about this child. Soon I will tell you. And that's why he raised up only 1 thing. He said there is only one option to your child. He will leave home and he will be Buddha. Now, how they knew? How could they see all of them? These kind of secret things. Because every great person like this, like Buddha or king turning the wheels, have 32 figures of his body, like the size of the legs, like the equal of the body, or different kind. It's written on the book, 32 elements. But how the Kundanya, he knew that he must be Buddha, because he's the only one that noticed that the hair growing to the right side. In the moment that he saw that it's growing to the right side, he knew he must be Buddha. This is characteristic showing only for the Buddha. Okay? So that's why. Now, why I'm telling you about this story? Because the Buddha grew up in the palace till the age of 29. In the age of 29, the Buddha is deciding to leave home. And he's leaving his home where he was living. Well, I'll show you. See. This one. Okay. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Buddha, his birthplace is Lumbini. This is Nepal. You see the mountain. This is the Himalaya mountain. You can see it. I'm sharing with you. You can see the mountain. This is Kaparabistu. This is the place where the Buddha grew up. The kingdom was there. Okay, this area called Kusala. You know, all this kingdom, big Kusala. Yeah? But in the Kusala, it was like America. You have Washington, but you have many states. So you have the big king, and you have many small kings. So the big king used to stay in Kusala, but he was controlling all Kusala. But his father, the father of the Buddha, he also was king, but a king for a small area. Okay, take care for this area. It's called Shakya. So the Buddha grew up 29 years in this area, in Kapala destruction. And when he reached 29, he decided to leave home, and he's going to be monk. When he's leaving home and going to be monk, he starts to wander down to the Ganges area. Okay, this is Ganges. This is, you see this river big? It's Ganga. Yeah, I don't know, not so clear. See? Okay? Ganga. And where he's going slowly down. He became a monk, and he's going slowly down to this way. You can see the end that I'm moving in the map. He's going down, and he's coming to here, Rajgir. What there is in Rajgir? In Rajgir, he have a friend, actually. He have a friend. He was a prince. Buddha was a prince, and he was supposed to be king. But this friend, actually, they start to be friends because the father was a friend. The father of this king in Rajgir, when he was alive, he was very, very good friend of the father of the Buddha. They have very good relationship. Okay, so the king Bimbisara, he knew very well Siddhartha. He was very good friend of Siddhartha. And when Buddha is going down all the way, he's coming here to the area of the king Bimbisara. Okay, this called Magda, the kingdom called Magda. Okay, if the Buddha was supposed to be the Shakya king, the Bimbisara, king of Magda. His father died, the friend of his father or the father of the Buddha, and he became the king. In the moment that he saw Siddhartha, he knows his friend very well. Oh, what happened to you, my friend? You left home? What are you doing? He said, please come, share with me the kingdom. You left your home to be king. You stay with me now. So the Buddha told him, no, I'm sorry. I don't have interest. I left my home not to come to be king in your place. I left my home because I want to be Buddha. So the king Bimbisara, his friend, told him, if you will be Buddha, if you will find an item, please come back to me. I wish to give you a place. I want to give you a monastery to stay. And where the Buddha is going to practice, the Buddha is going to practice nearby this area in the place called Urovela. You can see Urovela. If I will make it small now, maybe now you can see it's written Urovela. You know what is this Urovela? Urovela is near Bodh Gaya. Whoever people come with me to the pilgrimage, they saw this place. This is the place where the woman Sushada was living. She gave the Buddha to eat the rice. In this place there is a cave. Okay, it's nearby Bodh Gaya. And the Buddha is coming here to the Urovela. It was many other different ascetics. They used to practice it. Different monks, also Buddha stayed. But in the moment that the Buddha left home, I told you that it was one monk, that the one or 8 religious people, they came to see the Buddha when the Buddha was a baby. One of them was Kundalini. Now all these 7 people, they died. Okay, I assume that they died. Kundalini is the only one that stay alive. In the moment that Buddha is leaving home and became a monk, already passed how many years? 29 years. Huh? Because Buddha became 29 years. I'm talking about the first time when Kundalini, he saw the baby. The baby was just born. Now past 29 years. So let's say Kundalini is supposed to be something nearly 50 years. Huh? Then Kundalini, he decided to join to the Prince Siddhartha. He said he must be a Buddha. This is the reason that Kundalini is going with the Buddha to join. They go together, they come to Orovela, this area. But there is when we go to the pilgrimage, we saw the cave there. We go to visit there. But anyway, together with the Kundalini, I told you that the other friends, they died already. But who come? Who joined? The children of the other 8. It means some of them, 4 different children. So that's why with Kundalini, it was another 4 friends. Who is these 4 friends? They are the children of the other 8. So that's why there are 5. 5 ascetics, they are practicing together. Kundalini was practicing with the fathers of this and other 4. So altogether there are 5. They join to the Buddha. And then they are coming and practicing. The Buddha, after some times, he find this is not the way. We have to go into middle way. He go and wash himself. Washing himself, and then nearby the river, you see this is Gaya, this is Budgaya. This is river called Nikanjana. Nikanjana river. The Buddha washing himself. He washing himself, and then he eating the food from the woman named Sushada. So the other 5 friends, they see what happened. Why he's eating? So he miss all, he want to be a king again. So that's what they leaving Siddhartha Gautama, they leaving the Buddha, and where they are going? They are going from here, from Budgaya to Saranath. They are making the trip to Saranath. They're leaving Siddhartha alone. So he stay alone here. And when he crossed the Ganjana river and he going to Budgaya. Now I will show you other things. I'm looking for I think I should have the picture of the sun. No, not this one. Maybe I didn't put. Should be, but maybe I didn't put. Anyway, Budgaya, the Buddha coming and sitting under the tree in Budgaya, and then he get enlightened. Okay? So, I don't know, maybe I didn't put it. Okay. Anyway, the Buddha is crossing to the other side and of the river, and then he go and sit under the Bodhi tree in Budgaya. Okay, so this I think you know very well, and he get enlightened under there. Okay, but what the Buddha is doing? Okay, when the Buddha get enlightened, he getting enlightened in the Visakha, in the months of Visakha. I will show you here. So the Buddha get enlightened in Visakha. Here, in this month, Visakha, in the 6th month. Again, full moon of Visakha. And the Buddha is not leaving the place there. He stay there. He stay under the nearby the Bodhi tree. Okay? He stay nearby the Bodhi tree 7 weeks. He's not eating. 7 weeks he's not eating. He get enlightened, and he's something like rejoicing of his enlightenment. So what actually he's doing in these 7 years? Every week he's doing something. Okay? Maybe I will tell you a little bit what he's doing every week. The first weeks, actually, he get a blackout. He became Arahant. So when people are enlightened people, they get a blackout. They can stay 7 weeks. Okay, sometimes we see 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, 1 hour or whatever. But enlightened person can stay with the bliss of enlightened situations 1 week. So this is what happened to the Buddha when he get enlightened. 7 days. Sorry, 7 days, not 7 weeks. Okay, 1 week. He stay bliss of it. And then after this, by the power of karma, come back again. You cannot stay more than this. Enlightened person can stay maximum 1 week. If you want to make blackout, you need to do again 1 week. But cannot stay long time. Maximum 1 week. So the first week, he get the blackout of the enlightened person. Like a bliss of enlightenment. Then next week is thinking, who is my teacher? I don't have any teacher. So he's standing and about something like 200 meters from the tree and looking at the tree. He's gazing on the tree. Something like pay respect to the tree or thank you to the tree that give him a shelter to get enlightened. 1 week the Buddha just standing and looking at the tree. Right? So this is the second week. The third week, the Buddha, he hear angels. He's thinking, I don't know, this get enlightened, he didn't get enlightened. There was doubting about this. There was doubting if the Buddha get enlightened or not. So the Buddha said, how can I show them? How can I teach them that I get enlightened? The Buddha make like a bridge. Marble bridge, or let's say with bridge make from necklace, like a necklace, like a jewelry, okay, and beautiful bridge. And the Buddha make walking meditation, going and come back on this bridge for 1 week, making walking meditation. So this was the third week. Then coming to the fourth week, the Buddha, he think about the Abhidhamma. He start 1 week to recollect about the Abhidhamma, to recognize about Abhidhamma. Abhi, it means the big. Dhamma, it's nature. Abhidhamma, it's like a philosophic of the Buddhism. Like, I don't know if you know Kabbalah or something like this. So in the Buddhism also, how the body is working, how the mind is working. So the Buddha think about all this 1 week sitting. While he was sitting, because Abhidhamma is very, very fine, all the body became a aura. 7 different colors of in different kind of characters. For example, loving kindness, one color, compassion, another color, okay, wisdom, another color. So altogether 7 colors became like an aura around them, because he was thinking about something very, very high. This was, I said, on the 4th week. Then the Buddha continued to stay there. The 5th week, the Buddha was sitting in the Ajapala tree, under Ajapala tree. And this week, you know the story that the Buddha was sitting meditation, and then Mara sent his daughter. The daughter came and tried to tempt the Buddha. So this is actually was the week when the Buddha was sitting, and the daughter of the Mara came to tempt him. The name of the daughter, it's Rati, Tanha, and Roga, okay, and Raga. This is mean thirsty, desire, and delight, greed, okay, attachment. But the Buddha was without greed, anger, and delusion, so he cannot get any temptation from them. So this was on the 5th week. On the 6th week, the Buddha go and sit under Mukalinda tree, and there come rainy. Suddenly the rain coming. So I think you know very well the story when the Naga come and cover the Buddha. This was actually on the 6th week that the Buddha was sitting under the tree, and then suddenly the rain started, very, very strong rain. So the Naga come and protect the Buddha, cover all the week. And when finished the rain, the Naga go away. And then we coming to the last week, the 7th week. In the 7th week, the Buddha, he go to and sit under another tree. Raja Yatana tree, okay, Raja Yatana tree. And what happened that time is that, you know, when we are, the monk is coming to make the Dharma talk, so we make a chanting, Brahma, Jaloka, Tipati, Sampati. This actually happened on this week. When the Buddha was sitting, the Buddha was thinking who he can teach. Because the people have, maybe he should not teach because people will not get the Dharma. It's very, very difficult. So the Brahma, Sampati, was hearing these kind of things, and then he came to the Buddha, come down and bow to the Buddha and ask him, please teach, because some people, or some Deva and people, they have little dust. They will be able to learn from you. Please come. Sometimes you get invitation, bring invitation. That's why when the monk give Dharma talk, normally we make Dhamma, Jaloka. We're telling this story that the Brahma, Jaloka, the Brahma from the word of Brahma, Sampati, he came and make Anjali to the Buddha, and he asked, please come to teach. So these are happened on the 7th week. And one more things that happened there. The first time the Buddha meet people after he get enlightened. And what he meet is there is two Brahmin, two people that they have relative, angel. And these angels come to them and say, do you know that nearby here there is the Buddha, enlightened person? You go and bring him food, because it's considered to be great merit. So that's why in this moment they go and they prepare food and they come and they give to the Buddha, and then they took Buddhang Saranang Kachame, Dhamman Saranang Kachame. They took refuge in the Buddha and Dharma. But that time no Sangha, not yet. The Buddha don't have any students, any monk students. So there is no Sangha yet. So they took refuge only on Buddha and Dharma. And then they want something. They say, can we get something back from you? So what the Buddha make, he take down the air, he take some air from his hand, in his hand, and give them. And this air called Sarira, okay? No, sorry. This called Kesa, okay? Kesa, it means the air of the head. Kesa Tatu. And what happened that they say that these people, two people, they keep very well this Kesa from the Buddha. They keep it in the place. In the later on, this Kesa will came all the way to Burma, and they built a pagoda in Burma. So today there is one very famous pagoda in Burma, in Rangoon, and they say that this air of the Buddha stay there. Okay, something like considered to be come from this moment. Till today is there. So this is actually 7 weeks. And then the Buddha is thinking, okay, if I supposed to teach, and there is a people or a Deva that they have little dust, who is these people I can teach? The Buddha thinking about the 5 friends. Now you see what happened. The Buddha get enlightened on the Visakha. We are talking about this, that the Buddha stay under the tree almost 2 months. So we are coming to almost to Asala, 1 week before Asala, because 7 weeks the Buddha stay there. The full moon of Visakha, the Buddha is there. It's in middle of the Visakha, middle of the month, full moon. Then coming 2 months pass away, pass from there, we are coming to Asala, okay? Almost rainy season, 1 week before. After 7 weeks, the Buddha starting to travel. Like I told you, he's walking to meet his friend. Where this friend? In Saranath. I show you in the map before. I will repeat it again. Okay. Stop sharing. Again, I show you. The Buddha is walking from Bodh Gaya, 7 weeks. He stayed. It take him 1 week to go from here to here. The friends practicing here. So he's walking all the way from here to here. He's coming to Saranath. He's coming to Saranath. In Saranath, he teach his 5 friends we're coming to Asala Pūjā. It means we are already in the rainy season. Okay? Now I show you some picture from Bodh Gaya also. From, sorry, not from Gaya. From Saranath. Okay. This is the place where the King Ashoka built it. Okay, the memorial for the place where the Buddha was teaching. Here there is later on there is the place where the stupa where he teach them first time. So now they are starting the rainy season, the first rainy season. And now we are already 2 months after the Buddha get enlightened. We meet these 5 friends on the full moon, okay, of the middle of Asala. The Buddha, he give them the Dhamma talk of turning the wheels of Dhamma. And then Kundanya became Sotapan. From the next day, they are practicing. Day by day, every one of them, they became Sotapan, Sotapan, Sotapan. After 4 days, we have 5 Sotapan. On the 5th day, the Buddha, he give the second important sutta, which is Anatta Lakkhana Sutta. And then the 5 friends became enlightened. In this moment, actually, the first time there is 5 enlightened people besides students of the Buddha. Okay? Now they are going to stay there in this place for 3 months, rainy season. But what happened in the rainy season? After a short time, there is one son of millionaire named Yasa. And this Yasa, he get really upset from the life. Even he very rich, okay? He's everything what he want, but he still something missing for him. So he have so much rich that he have golden shoes. So he's running with his golden shoes. He's living actually in Varanasi. And he's running all the way till he come to the Buddha. So the Buddha saw him in the far. He said, "Come, Yasa. Here there is no depression." The Buddha teach him the Dharma. He became Sotapan. And then the mother see that the son go away. She don't know where is the son. She warned. She tell the father, you should go and look for your son. So the father is running and he follow the step of the golden shoes till he coming, and then he see the Buddha. What the Buddha make? He make a power with concentration that the father cannot see the son. And then the Buddha, he asked him, what you looking? He said, I'm looking for my son. In this moment, the Buddha, he teach him the Dharma. The father became Sotapan. When Yasa was hearing this, he became enlightened person. So now it became the 6th enlightened person. Okay, beside the Buddha, students. Now we have 6. All of them, what happened? Especially, they have supernormal power. All of them, they're converting by the Buddha himself. Okay, now the father became Sotapan. He don't ask Yasa to come back home because he believed the Buddha. But he invited the Buddha to come with his students, 6 students, to come to take lunch. So the Buddha is going to the house of the father of Yasa, and the Buddha converting them. The mother became Sotapan, and another 54 friends of Yasa joined to the Buddha. They also became enlightened. So in this moment, the Buddha is staying here in Saranath, the first rainy season, with 5 first students and another 55, the friends of Yasa and his friend, altogether 60 enlightened people. So they are staying 3 months. Okay, 3 months here. We are coming already to this one. So now we are coming 3 months from Asala, from the middle full moon of Asala till 1, 2, 3, yeah, this one, okay? So October, about middle of October. In this moment, actually rainy season finished. The Buddha said to the monk, you are 60 enlightened monks. You will be the first missionaries. You don't need teacher anymore. You know the Dharma already. You should go one by one and spread Dharma. So many people can learn from you. Don't go together. I myself, I'm going to where the Buddha wants to go. Urovela is going to come back again to area of Bodh Gaya. Why the Buddha is doing this? I will show you. The Buddha now is making the trip back. Okay, I will show you now again the map. So the Buddha is walking again from Saranath to Urovela. I told you that Urovela, Buddha was practicing with his 5 friends before, but he was not the only monks who used to practice there. Many, many yogis used to practice there. And the Buddha says he's going to meet 3 brothers, very, very important brothers. But on the way, the Buddha stopping in one forest. This forest actually it's called like a cotton forest. Okay, the cotton forest. It's in Pali. It's called Kapasika forest. The Buddha something. The Kapasika forest should be. I don't know exactly where. It's not say exactly. It should be between here to here. The Buddha sitting somewhere in Kapasika forest and sitting under the tree and meditating. And in this forest actually was 30 friends, 30 people. This is actually not only friends, not only people, they are actually princes. They are brother of the king of Kusala. Different mother. Same father, different mother. From the same king, but not from the same mother. And they go all the way to the forest, the Kapasika forest, with their wife. They go to have a good time with the wife. These 30 prince, they coming with the wife, but one of them didn't have a wife. So we bring with them prostitute to have a good time together. And what she make, this prostitute? She steal all the belonging and run away. So all the people, they don't know, all these 30 brothers, they don't know what to do. Oh, where is our belonging? We should look for this thief woman, this prostitute. Why she steal from us? They start to run, to look for her. And then they see the Buddha sitting. So they ask the Buddha, did you see any woman running here? So the Buddha asked them, what is better for you? To look for a woman or to look for yourself? So they say, of course, to look for ourselves. The Buddha teach them the Dharma. In the moment that the Buddha finished teach them the Dharma, all of them, 30 30 princes, they became Sotapan, Sakatakami, and Anagami. None of them became Arahant in this case. None of them became Arahant, but they became one of these stages. Some became Sotapan, some became Sakatakami, some became Anagami. In this moment, they asked from the Buddha ordination. They want to be monk. The Buddha ordained them on the spot. Okay, so they became like they will start to be group of the 30 monks, students of the Buddha. But none of them became actually Arahant. The story says that after some time, these 30 brothers, they meet the Buddha in the Balaban later on. They don't say exactly when. So I cannot tell you if this is, I think that not. These 30 people, they don't come to the meeting in Māgha Pūjā, but they became enlightened later. And when they became enlightened, they was practicing in Rajgir, in one place in Rajgir, and one day they are coming to the Balaban to ask the Buddha, to pay respect to the Buddha, and then the Buddha teach them the Samata Sutta. This is in anyone that want to know, it's in Samayutta Nikaya 15.13. Okay? And when the Buddha finished this Samata Sutta, when the Buddha finished the Samata Sutta, they all became enlightened. In this moment, they changed it to be Arahant. So only then they became Arahant. But in this case, there was only, some of them became Sotapan, some became Sakatakami, some became Anagami. Okay? So the Buddha finished with this, and then he continued to Uruvela. Where he go in Uruvela? He go and meet one man named Kassapa. Actually, Kassapa was 3 brothers. Okay, one time I give you a lecture about these things, but I remind you again. This is the 3 brother Kassapa. These 3 brother Kassapa, they have long hair. Okay, they have like a rasta. Okay, they used to worship the fire. They have a shrine with the fire all the time burning in the room. And not only in this room, the Naga taking care for the fire. Very, very frightened snakes taking care on the fire. So they worship the fire. Huh? Everybody know them. The king know them. Everybody. They was very important. And there was 3 brothers. Uruvela Kassapa. Why they call him Uruvela Kassapa? Because he used to practice with his friend in Uruvela. That's why the title for Avalokitesvara. He was the eldest from all of them. He have the most students from all these three brothers. He have 500 students. Okay, worshipping fire, like yogi, making different kind of things, okay? Another one is Nadi Kassapa. He was the middle brother. He have 300 students. And another one is Gaya Kassapa. He was the most smaller, youngest from them, and he have 200 students. So one of them 500, one of them 300, and another one is, they spread all this area, in the area of the king Bimbisara. Actually. The king Bimbisara know them very well, appreciate all of them yogi, important, religious people. So the Buddha, he come to the big brother, to Avalokitesvara, and he say, great person, Venerable Sir, I want to stay here overnight. So the Avalokitesvara, he was very proud, and he was afraid that the Buddha, he want to control there or something. He said, no, I don't have a place for you. So the Buddha said, please let me stay somewhere here. I just want to spend the night here. So the Avalokitesvara said, I'm sorry, I don't have a place for you. No place for you to stay here. And then again the Buddha said, please let me stay only one night. And then the brother Kassapa, what he said? Avalokitesvara, he said, you want? You can go, you want to test the Buddha. You don't know he's a Buddha, but he looks, he's a yogi. He want to test him. He said, if you want, you can go and stay there in this room. Actually, this room, it's a shrine of the fire. 24 hours fire is there, okay? Because they worship the fire. But inside there is a big naga, big snakes. So he think maybe the Buddha cannot take it, will not be able to do it. So he said to him, if you want, you go and stay in this room. But I'm sorry to trouble you because inside there is a big naga, very dangerous, very mighty. Maybe you cannot take it. So the Buddha said, don't worry, let me just stay there. So the Buddha go and sleep there at night. In the morning, they think, oh, maybe the Buddha died already. The Naga killed the Buddha. But they see the Buddha protected by the snakes, by the Naga. So he said, wow, very powerful. But so the Buddha came to the Avalokitesvara, the big brother Kassapa. He said, I get enlightened. I am Buddha. You can also learn if you want. You practice with me. Also, you can get enlightened. But the Avalokitesvara was very, very important. He was older than the Buddha. So he said to the Buddha, he didn't believe. So the Buddha make him some power of concentration, with a concentration. But still he don't believe. So then the Buddha said to him, if you drop down your conceit, your proud, your ego, you can learn from it. So Avalokitesvara decided to listen to the Buddha. So because he is the oldest, the other two brothers, they also listen to the Buddha. He is something like they follow the elder. So where they go to Gaya, the mountain of the hill in Gaya, the higher place in Gaya, which called Gaya Sisa. Sisa, it means hill, it means mountain. I show you the Gaya Sisa. Here. Yeah, this is Gaya Sisa. This is the place where the Buddha take them and he sit with them, and then the Buddha is using some kind of clever things. Because why? These people, they're worshiping the fire. They're thinking the fire is magic tools. So the Buddha want to talk to them the language that they can understand. and then he give them the ceremony which considered to be the third important ceremony. It's not the third ceremony the Buddha give, but it's the third important ceremony. I said Dhammachak, turning the wheels of Dhamma, is the first one. Anatta Lakkhana Sutta is the second one. And this is called Atita Pariyetana Sutta. It means the fire ceremony. All in flame. Everything is in fire, the Buddha said today. And then the Buddha explained them that actually everything is under fire. All the sense doors. When you get information, immediately the greed, anger, and delusion is people follow everything, and then it's like the Buddha compared it like a fire, troubling us a lot with the greed, anger, delusion. So the Buddha said all the six sense doors, hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling, and thinking, they are actually under fire of the greed, anger, delusion. When the brother Kassapa, hearing this ceremony, 1,000 of them, there are 1,500 of the Urobela Kassapa, 300 of Nadi Kassapa, and 200 of Gaya Kassapa, altogether 1,000. When these 1,000, they listen to the fire ceremony, at the end of the fire ceremony, they all became enlightened. So now you see the Buddha have 5 plus 455 and plus 1,000, it's 1,060 enlightened students. Okay, you see how collective all these people will be in the ceremony in the Māgha Pūjā. So the Buddha, what he's doing after he convert the brother Kassapa, he have to fulfill his mission. His promise, because he promised to the king Bimbisara to come and to visit them after he became enlightened. So he's going to the king Bimbisara. The king Bimbisara is the king that controlling this area. Like I said, he was a friend of the Buddha before, and he is going together with the 1,000, with the 3 brother Kassapa, and they went all together 1,000 students enlightened. So when he coming to the place where the king hear that they are coming, the king coming with the people to see them, but the king don't know who is the teacher. He don't know who is the teacher or who is the student. So in the moment that he is coming to the Buddha, he see them confused. They don't know who to pay respect, to the Urobela Kassapa, which is great, or the Buddha, which is very young, but they don't know that the Buddha is enlightened and it's Buddha. So the Buddha, he understood the confusion of the king, and he said to Urobela Kassapa, why did you left the worship of the fire? What is the reason that you left it? So immediately Urobela Kassapa, he understood the message, and he fly to the air, because I told you all of them, they have supernormal power. Okay, so he fly to the air, go down nearby the legs of the Buddha, prostrate 3 times to the Buddha. He say, you are the teacher, I am the student. I am the student, you are the teacher. So the king could understand that actually they all convert. The Buddha, he became a Buddha. Okay, so the king and the people, they are prostrating and pay respect to the Buddha. Buddha give them Dharma talk ceremony. They became, many of them, they include the king, became Sotapan. So then the king give a land which called the bamboo grove. Okay, This called in Pali, we say Balovan. Balovan is mean bamboo grove. I will show you. Okay. This is Balovan. Okay. So the king offered to the Buddha the land, this land, in this moment. In this land, later on, will be the Māgha Pūjā. In the Balovan will be, Balovan it means bamboo grove, okay, the garden of the bamboo. So you see slowly passing the time. We are coming another 4 months. It means we are coming nearby the Māgha Pūjā, but not yet. Now, 2 weeks before Māgha Pūjā, all these things that I told you that the Buddha meets the 30 princes, 30 prince, and he convert them, and then he meets the Kasapa and convert them. This is going slowly during 4 months. But we are nearby coming to Māgha Pūjā already. And 2 weeks before, what happened? I told you that when the Buddha, he had the 60 enlightened students. After the Pansa, rainy season, he tell them, please go different direction. So if anyone asks you question or whatever, you can teach them the Dharma. So one of these students, his name is Asaji. Actually, I told you that the Buddha have five students. The first 5 students, I will tell you the names of these 5 students. Kundanya was the elders from them. The another one it was Badia. Another one was Bapa. Another one was Mahanama, and the youngest was Asaji. Now, what happened is that in the moment that the Buddha sent them to go different directions, these 60 monks, the Asaji is going to the village named as I tell you, Upatissa. Okay, the Asaji go to the place called Upatissa. What happened in Upatissa? The Asaji does go and collect alms food. But in Upatissa, it was 2 friends, very good friends. You see, all the people when the Buddha meet till now, they are very educated. They are very high society actually. Very important people. Not all the students, Buddha said that anyone can learn the Dharma. But till now, all the people that he's meeting on the way, they are very high level. Some the king, some they are very important, some whatever. Huh? So in this case also, we are talking about 2 people, which is very high level, okay? They are very good friends. And in certain times, they go to see show. This will be Sariputta and Ugalana. So they go to see the show, and then they get very bored from this show. You understand what happened in this show? It's very not so interesting. And they wanted to leave home, and they're going to look for a teacher to practice with them. So they are going, it was very famous teacher, ascetic, Sajaya Belataputa. This is his name was. And he had many students also. So they go and practice with them. But after some time, they see there is no interest. What he's teaching is not interesting about. So they left and they went back home. And one day, Sariputta is walking on the street, and then he see Asaji walking from Vrindavan, collecting food. And he have very good impression about it. He thinks something very special with this monk. So he coming to Asaji, after Asaji coming to finish collecting food and eating, Sariputta come and he something like sitting, prepare for him the place, and then he asking Asaji, who is your teacher and what is the method of your teacher? What your teacher is teaching? And what actually Asaji is telling him? Asaji is the answer to Sariputta like this. He say, of all those things that from cause arise, from everything that arise from the cause, Tathagata, it means the one that reached till here. It means the Buddha, the name of the Buddha. The cause thereof is told. Okay, he say what is the reason that they raise up. Okay, talk about the cause that they come. And how the cause to be. That too he tell. This is the doctrine of the Buddha. Actually, what did Asaji say to Sariputta? He talking about something which is very new at that time. He talk about this, that there is no creator. There is no I. He talk about this, that everything is cause and effect. Everything is karma. Paticca Samuppada, yeah, the causation. That everything cause and effect, cause and effect. It's not that I am doing something or the God is doing something or luck. There is good luck, bad luck. We talk about this, that everything in nature is just rising and ceasing by cause and effect, cause and effect. Something which is very new for the people to hear at that time. In the moment, actually talk about it also, if you think about it, is exactly rising, ceasing, rising, ceasing. Yeah. So when Sariputta was there, he was very, very clever. In the very beginning, Asaji didn't want to answer. Asaji don't want to go into debate. He said, I'm sorry, I'm a young monk. I don't know how to explain. But Sariputta was so clever. Sariputta said to Asaji, your duty is to say, my duty is to understand. So when Asaji told them this sentence, Sariputta on the spot became Sotapanna. Immediately became Sotapanna. So he tell him, where is the Buddha stay? Asaji said, in Baloban, in the bamboo grove, okay, where the king in the summer. So Sariputta, he didn't go immediately to see the Buddha. He go first to meet his friend, Moggallana, and tell him the same things. And when Moggallana was hearing the same things, became also Sotapanna. So both of them became Sotapanna. What they are doing, again, they are not going to meet the Buddha. They are going to see their own teacher, the one that they learned from him. And they come to the teacher, they say to the teacher in the front of all the students, the Buddha is in the world. Please come with us. Please come with us to the great master, to the Buddha. But the teacher was very, very proud. The teacher said to them, in the world, there is a clever people, there is a stupid people. Clever people will go to the Buddha. Stupid people will stay with me. We don't want to go to the Buddha. So some of the students joined to the Sariputta and Moggallana. And together, all they're going to the Balaban, to this place, okay, to the bamboo grove. And when the Buddha just give lecture, it was other monks there. And all of them enlightened. And then the Buddha see them coming, Sariputta, Moggallana, and the group of students, the friends of Sariputta and Moggallana. And the Buddha immediately say to the people, here, monk, come, my right and left attendant, my right and left assistant coming. Even before they are coming, actually, they're just on the way to come. The Buddha introduced like this to the monk. He said, here, their right and left attendant coming, my students coming. And in the moment that they come near the Buddha say, please come, monk. In this moment, all of them, they became monks of the students. They're sitting there, the Buddha give them Dhamma talk. All the monks became enlightened. beside Sariputta and Moggallana. Now we are coming to be 2 weeks before Māgha Pūjā. 2 weeks before Māgha Pūjā, Sariputta and Moggallana Sotapanna. All the other friends, they are enlightened. Why? Why Sariputta and Moggallana, they are so slowly? Because they are the attendant of the Buddha. They have to be special one. They have to cook more. They have to cook them more. So after 1 week they are practicing, Moggallana, he have very special power of concentration. And then he makes sitting meditation, determination in the night, sitting all the time, falling in sleep, sleepy. But he don't know what to do. He fall to what we call tinamita, laziness and tiredness. Because of too much concentration, not enough effort. So we don't need to go to look for the Buddha to ask advice from the Buddha. He sent his mind by the power of concentration to the Buddha, asking for advice, what we should do. So what should I do? So the Buddha said to him, you have to change to make walking meditation. Raise up your effort. And then Moggallana get enlightened. It means now we are 1 week before Māgha Pūjā, Moggallana became enlightened. Why is it? Sariputta still not enlightened. Moggallana became enlightened because he's the left attendant of the Buddha. You need to cook more, Sariputta. Sariputta not enough cook. You have to get ready more. You have to practice a little bit more than the others. And now we are coming to the Māgha Pūjā, the full moon of February, okay? In the morning time, the Sariputta and the Buddha sitting on the mountain called Voicha Mountain, Voicha Peak. I'll show you some pictures. They are sitting in the cave. This is the cave. Okay, you see, they put a lot of gold. The Thai people, they put a lot of gold. They like it. Where is it? This is in the mountain. I'll show you some more pictures. We go to visit there anytime. Just be, see the cave. Many people they come worship inside. This is in the mountain nearby. Everything is just nearby in the same area. And the picture is the mountain itself. Yeah. You see, this is the mountain. You see this square? This is the place where the Buddha used to practice. There is another square here. This is Ananda. Later on, Ananda he come much later on. About 20 years after Ananda came. This was just in the very beginning of the Buddha teaching. Ananda, the Buddha he teach altogether 45 years. Ananda came 20 years after he started. So Ananda followed the Buddha 25, the last 25 years. Okay? You see, you're climbing actually from here, going from here up, and from here, there's a turn from here. And the cave should be down here, the cave that we saw. This is called Voicha Peak. Now, in the cave, the Sariputta and the Buddha sitting, Sariputta standing, and making a fun to the Buddha. Okay, I told you this is a hot season actually, yeah? We're talking about hot season. Māgha Pūjā, it's in the time of the hot season. The Buddha making fun to the Buddha. They're standing, and in this moment, you go from here up, it's climbing up. So the other side, going down one man named Diganaga. Diganaga going down, he know that the Buddha is there. Why is no? Because he's the nephew of Sariputta. The nephew of Sariputta, he know that Sariputta, he go after the Buddha. So it's very interesting to ask the Buddha question. So he come to the cave where Sariputta is sitting. Now I will go again to the Sariputta cave. Okay, Sariputta standing. Okay, the Buddha sitting. Then Diganaga is coming down. He see the Buddha and Sariputta. And then he said to the Buddha, he come and ask the Buddha about his opinion about view, right view, wrong, about what kind of view. Okay, and then the Buddha give them the lecture. He said that he explained them in the sutta that is the sutta called. I'll tell you the name of the sutta. It's interesting to read it. It's called Diganaga Sutta. Okay, it's Majjhima Nikaya 74. Yeah. It's also called Vedana Parigana Sutta. Okay. And then the Buddha actually explained him there that everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta. The Buddha explained him first about the body. He said the body is anicca, dukkha, anatta. And then he talked about the mind, anicca, dukkha, anatta. But the Buddha don't talk about the mind in total. He talk about the feeling. That feeling is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay, when he explained about the mind, he's talking about the feeling characteristics of the mind. And he said that this is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. In the moment that Diganaga is hearing this Dhamma talk, he became Sotapan on the spot. But Sariputta he stay there, he hear also the same Dhamma talk, he is changing into Arahant. So in the morning of Māgha Pūjā, Sariputta became Arahant. After they finished the talk, and then when they finish here, the Diganaga, he said to the Buddha, accept me as a lay follower for all the life, because he became Sotapan. So now the Buddha became his teacher, something like this. But he don't join to the order. He just became lay follower. And then from here, they go down again to the Balawan, to the bamboo grove. And in the evening of the same day, 1,250 enlightened monks, you see how they collect slowly. It means the first 5 monks of the Buddha. You can take down this. The first 5 monks of the Buddha. Yeah? The 60 Yasa friends, Yasa and his 60, it's already, 55, so already 60. And then 1,000 from Kassapa. And then include the Sariputta, Moggallana and the friends, we come into 1,250 enlightened monk, which all of them supernormal power, all of them just convert by the Buddha directly themselves. Okay, like I said, all of them was very, very high society people. But like I said, it's not mean that Buddha only convert to high society. Everyone, even beggars or whatever, they can practice and they can develop themselves. Okay, and then that's why. And then about the what happened in the meeting and what the Buddha teach them and all the other things, I will explain you next week. I just now I explain you all the history or background, how this 1,250 people they come together. But special things that they come also without any information. They just like this, they come. And this meeting actually called every Buddha have the important meeting. And this is the important meeting. Some monks, they have this important meeting 2 times in life because they live long life. Some of them, they have 3 times. They have this kind of meeting. What we call Vada Patimokkha, instruction for the rules of the book. So this is about the background of the Māgha Pūjā. Next week we do the ceremony itself and offering and all these things. So I didn't want to put everything together for the next week also. Okay, just see if I complete everything. I think that's all. If there is any questions or anything that you want to know? I'm sure that many of these stories you already hear a few times, or you know. I just put it in the order to collect it in the occasion to show you. But it was just beginning when the Buddha started to teach. It's not some place sometimes. And you see in the Māgha Pūjā, actually the Buddha already have monk, which is everything, Sotapan, Sakatagami, Anagami, and Ajarn. He also have lay men and lay people, women, which is also Sotapan and followers, okay? People work with them. And this was only 9 months after he did it. Please, any question? I can figure out. Don't be shy. Huh? Next week on the 16th, we make it on the Wednesday. And then you can bring with you flower, incense sticks, and candles, 2 candles, 3 incense sticks, and some flowers. Okay, normally we say 5 flowers. And we make a ceremony in the front of the Buddha. We send you the text, and it's from the book. Please, anything you want to know or to ask? Okay, so we pay respect again to the Buddha. Aham sama sambuddho bhagava bhutan bhagavantam abhivate samvakato bhagavata dhammo dhamman namasam supatipanno bhagavato savaka sankho sangham namami. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good
night.
Good night. Bye. Welcome.